I want to tell you about pranks that I pulled on my cousins when they came and stayed with my grandma back in the day, in the 80s. And you aren't going to believe, well, it's crazy. It involved a Frankenstein mask and a knife from Psycho, and you need to hear the story. So stay tuned. Here we go. Hi, my name is Jeff, and this is the RoneyZone Podcast. And it centers around stories with humor, heart, and nostalgia. And this is episode 9, Nueve. And we're going to talk about, I'm going to talk about these pranks that I would pull on my cousins when they would come to visit grandma and stay with us at the house. My cousins, they would talk like they never got scared. I remember one time I had a Frankenstein mask, a rubber Frankenstein mask, and it was completely over the head. I believe it was a Don Post Frankenstein mask. And it was really good. It didn't have real hair, but it looked really, really good. And so why did I have a Frankenstein mask? I don't know. I did wear it into a haunted house one time thinking that they wouldn't scare me. So I wore the mask. They would think, hey, this little kid is part of the haunted house and we're not going to scare him. It was silly, but that's what I did. Anyway, so I had this Frankenstein mask and I had a rubber fake hand. And so what I did is I made up my bed in my room like I was asleep. And so I put newspaper in the mask and I put the hand kind of hanging out and all this. And so I set it up so the cousins would come in and try and scare me, wake me up and whatever. I made up the bed and then I hid in the closet. I don't know how long I was hiding in the closet. I was sweating because it was San Bernardino. It was so hot. It must have been in the summertime. It felt like 3 hours, but it was probably 20 minutes. Then the cousins came in and turned on the light and they saw the hand, like fingers coming out of the thing. And they said, okay, Jeff is in there sleeping. And so then they threw back the cover and they saw the Frankenstein mask. And then I jumped out sweating from the closet and I went, and I scared them. So that was one of the ways that I would scare the cousin. Now, the second one was Psycho was on, I think it was around October or something. They were watching television and, we were talking about, I said, you guys are always getting scared. And we're not scared. We're not scared of anything. I snuck around when we were watching probably MTV. I snuck around into the kitchen and I got this long knife that they were probably used in Psycho. And so then I went into the bathroom. I got in the shower and I pulled the shower curtain closed and I waited. I heard the cousins around the TV. We're not scared. We're not scared of you, Jeff. Ha, ha, ha. We're not scared. And I go, Jeff. And then I heard one of the cousins say, okay, Jeff, I have to go to the bathroom, so don't scare me. That's not nice. She shut the door, and then I opened and turned on the light, obviously, and then shut the door, and I quickly opened the shower curtain, and I raised up the knife just like Psycho, and I went, ah! I have never seen a person run in place, but I saw it that day. She was either pogoing up and down or running in place. And now grandma was, I think, trying to sleep or reading the Bible book or something down in the end of the house. And so my cousin was running up and down and by the pogoing and running in place, she also opened the door and then ran down the hall. Grandma. And it was just, it was the funniest thing. But I love my cousins, but I also love to harass my cousins. I got one more story extra, and I'm going to throw it in. Sometimes cousins eat and drink things that are yours, mine. And I did not like that. So we were in San Diego at the time, and I kind of loved, at the time I could love it more, the Wendy's chocolate shake, Frosty shake. So good. There were times where I would get it and then it would disappear, or it would be half gone or 80% gone. And I just got fed up. So I got a brand new Frosty shake from Wendy's. I told the cousins, I said, listen, I don't want you to drink this or eat this Frosty shake. Don't do it, because I like it very different. And I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. So I put either 4 or 24 drops of Tabasco sauce. I don't know how I got the idea, but I knew the Tabasco was hot, but anyway, so I put a bunch of different drops into the chocolate shake, and I stirred it up, and I smelled it, and I couldn't smell the Tabasco sauce. I put it in the freezer. I told the cousins again, I said, listen to me, I'm being serious. Don't eat my chocolate shake. Don't do it, because I like it in a certain way. I'm waiting. Now I'm waiting. I always wait for these things. And so I'm waiting, and I hear the freezer open, and then the freezer close. And then I hear the drawer to get the spoon out, and then the drawer shuts. And I wait, and I listen. And then I hear the water running in the kitchen. And so I walk out to the kitchen. My cousin has her tongue under the water in the kitchen. And the water's running, and she's got her tongue under the water. I said, what is going on? And she goes, it's hot. And I said, I told you, I didn't want you eating my Frosty. I like it that way. And she looked at me like I was crazy, and I probably was. But anyway, pranks. Now, do you do pranks? Do you do pranks on your cousins, your wife, your kids, your friends, your roommate, whatever? Do you do pranks like that? Tell me about your pranks in the comments. And if you like these kind of crazy stories, please subscribe. And also click on the like little button. And we will continue to share heartfelt, funny, nostalgic stories like this in the future. So thank you so much for listening. This is Jeff, and this has been the RoneyZone Podcast. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.